Number 2 in this ace match. Remember, it's Rox.Kis versus Quantic, and this is game point right now for Team Rox.Kis. I'm going out of my mind. Bottom right hand position on Tal'Darim Altar, we have Sase. Top bottom left hand position, we have Frere. So you know, Frere definitely looking really good, especially with that game number 1 in this ace, and he took it to his opponent, man.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You know, I've been thinking a little bit more about what that probe did in the NASL game, and I suppose as a Protoss player, and I'm just kind of throwing that out there, throwing this out there. There's 2 matchups you're playing, I guess. You were mentioning how much longer of a distance is cross map, and I suppose he can just scout cross map and know he's playing one matchup or the other. The first matchup being he is cross, and the second matchup being he's not. He's in a close position here, and we see that in this game, close positions.
Yeah, that's actually really, really important to actually note. But I know, see, here's the thing. Yes, there's 2 different ways to play it. Well, I don't think they're that different, cross map and close map position. Yes, something like PvZ, PvT, TvZ, any of those non-mirror match, even TvT, it's pretty important to know if you're cross map or not cross map. But in PvP in particular, I think the builds are so limited that scouting cross map or not really isn't going to give you that much information. I think in general, Naniwa was just going to play a very defensive brand of style as it was. If he was cross map or not cross map. If he was cross map, then obviously he does that 3-gate type of tech route. I mean, he went up to 2 assimilators and he was just getting stalkers off of 3 gateways. If he was going against something close map, I think he would have maybe gone up to 4 gateways. It's very, very slight, yeah, but he's still doing that defensive type of opening.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, certainly, probably going to, like you say, go with the same archetype of build, if you will. Be defensive, but making small adjustments, or fairly significant adjustments in the case of a 4th gateway or not a 4th gateway, as you said. We don't. Probe scouts are coming out later in this match than they did in the previous one. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, like crazy. And the thought process behind this, in my opinion, if I'm the Protoss player, is that there's not actually. Well, it's kind of a low percentage that I actually find you really, really quickly, and I actually get to see what you're going to be doing, because by the time the first stalker is out, really you could be doing anything from 3-gate, 4-gate. You can have the double gas up by then. Of course, double gas is more so the current metagame of PvP. Not so much on Tal'Darim Altar, but both of them are doing it, so it's going to help out a lot. Now, it looks like Frere is doing this double Zealot type of opening. He's actually going to... Did he actually miss that 1 probe? I think he did. So Sase will get in here, and that's going to be super, super helpful to him. But this double Zealot opening actually gets him 2 Zealots and a single Stalker by the time his opponent gets 1 Zealot and a single Stalker, but it does mess up the Stalker count quite a bit. So normally we do see stuff like 4-gate coming directly after this from Frere. I've seen this quite a bit of times from him.
Okay, yeah, I would, as a Protoss player, I would almost think that these late probe scouts signal that neither player is looking to be the aggressor. An earlier probe allows you to have it in the right place at the right time, put down that pylon. Neither player going for that early probe, perhaps they're both planning to just play this game defensively.
Yeah, it definitely could be, but here we go. Sase is being a little bit more aggressive than his opponent. Both players actually fighting for space on the map. That's probably one of the most important things, of course. Map control or board control, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But here we go. It's 2 Zealots against 3, and 2 Zealots and 2 Stalkers against 3 Stalkers. Of course, not good for the 3 Stalkers, but 4-gate out on the way for Frere, and 4-gate again out for Sase. So 2 very different ways of actually doing the 4-gate, and we're going to see which one is actually better. Right now, if I had to say it objectively, I would say that it looks like because of the slightly delayed 4-gate from Frere, he's actually going to have an extra. Is he going to have an extra? Let me see. No, he's not going to have it. He's going to have 1 extra Zealot, but 1 less Stalker, I think. Yeah. There you go. So just a...
Yeah.
I mean, this is standard 4-gate, right, FireZerg?
Yeah. Yeah, here it comes.
Boom.
Oh, and he's going to give up his position on the ramp there.
Yeah,
potentially lose the Zealot.
He definitely has to, of course, because he's just waiting for his 4-gate round. There it is. And these players, you know, Sase can only go in as soon as his 4-gate round actually completes, and same thing, Frere can only go in when his 4-gate round completes. So it's going to be this back and forth type of motion. But right now, ooh, really critical.
Using a pylon.
Yeah, he's actually supply capped, Ruh-roh Shaggy. Not good. Not good at all.
And we see Frere has been so diligent about just having a probe out in the map, excuse me, and putting down this pylon you see to the bottom center. That was huge in Game 1. Let's see if it pays off again in Game 2.
Yeah, do you want to mention that, ooh, here's the engagement though. 2 force fields are going to go down. That's going to really, really hurt Sase so much. That is not the correct decision to do at this point in the game. And look at that, the 2 Stalkers actually are going to be wiped out. This is a gigantic advantage for Frere at this point. Let's go to the units lost, 1475 to 700. A gigantic, as I said, gigantic advantage for Frere. He can just probably mass up from here, push, and there's nothing Sase can do.
Now, even after losing that pylon, that was Frere is just outplaying Sase at almost every turn in these games.
Yeah, and Sase, I don't know what he's going to do from here. You know, the big thing for Frere is he should just utilize his advantage, which are the sentries at this point. And oh, he actually moved commands all the way up. That's the worst move that you can possibly do. And Sase might actually come ahead in this. He's going to back up though, because this is a lot of stuff. But as I was saying, what Frere should actually do is just wait for those sentries to build up in their energy, and then all of a sudden you have this guardian shield that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and in that engagement we saw 2 Stalkers just walk up from that pylon, and here's 3 more. So Protoss players, hide pylons around the map.
Uh-oh. Frere, be so careful. You can't be walking up like that. He might even have to go the long way around if he actually wants to go and aggress up into that position, because he's going to take a lot of pot shots over there. But now the tides have turned, and Sase is the one being super defensive with those sentries. Is it going to be enough, though? That's the big question. Frere, both these players are actually just committing over towards just mass units at this point. 23 probes for Sase, and he's actually continuing to probe up, whereas Frere is not. So this might be actually Sase's chance to like stay in this, because with the power of those defensive sentries, he'll be really, really strong, just like we saw Frere do to Sase.
Yeah, identical. Kills off his pylon. He's going to go in now. I like it. And here's 3 Zealots as well. Keep an eye on.
Oh, God. All right. Nice little poke there. Burns 1 force field.
Yeah, exhibiting a lot more patience than Sase did earlier, I believe.
I think so. Now, there are 3 Zealots that are running around here.
Yep.
And that's going to help quite a bit. Nice force fields actually go down, defensive force fields, I should say, by Sase. And he's going to make it very, very difficult for his opponent to actually do anything about it. These 3 Zealots, they're the ones that can do immense damage, economic damage to his opponent. And from here, Sase, all he has to do is keep producing, I think, sentries. And he's absolutely fine. Here we go. Oh, losing 4 Stalkers over here. And what does Frere actually do about this? He's actually getting Twilight Council as we speak. 2 Zealots are being warped in here, but that's not going to be enough, because it's 3 Zealots, and 2 is less than 3.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Can't argue with that.
And poor Sentry, he's going to be fine. All right, but let's go ahead and look at the income tab. And just from that harass alone, you can see that was pretty important right there. 17 probes down to 27 probes. And, I mean, obviously, Sase is almost at the maximum saturation. He just needs 3 more probes, and he's there. That means he has a ridiculously higher income than his opponent. See that? Just about, on average, 200 more, 220 more than his opponent. That's a good 45%, something like that.
Yeah, now as great as I think that move was to kind of get his opponent, you know, off his back momentarily, I don't know what either player's move is from here. I don't know that they can take their naturals, and I would imagine that whoever does can be punished for it. Yeah. So that kind of economic harass ends up probably not being that relevant to the outcome of the game.
You know, it's always, you're so scared of mass gateway units doing a lot of damage. That's why you normally see a tech before there's some sort of expansion, whether it be Blink Stalker tech, whether it be Immortal, so that you can kind of deal with everything. In Sase's case, he's going for Robotics Facility. I agree with that. He has the army advantage at this point. He can actually go for the Nexus, whereas I'm sure Frere is thinking to himself, well, I can take an expansion because he has more units than me. I need something like tech, like Blink Stalkers to actually counter that. So I agree with his decision to actually go for Blink Stalker. Unfortunately, it's going to bite him in the ass because obviously he has a couple of problems here with his opponent having a higher army count, and on top of that having Immortals pop out momentarily.
Yeah, I've actually, I don't know how to read. I don't know how to read this. 15 supply lead now for Sase. So whether or not this game does end up swinging towards Frere, I've been definitely wrong about the. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Yep, here we go. Sase is going to defend up. He has really nice force fields over here, but counter force fields go down. The sentries are completely gone. Sase is going to kill those. No chance. Okay, take that back. A little bit of chance. But this shouldn't do a lot of damage, in my opinion, because the Immortal, yeah, there it is. The Immortals are going to pop out, and with the power of those sentries and Guardian Shields, it's going to help out Sase so much more. And I don't think, you know, just based on the production of Sase with his double base now, I don't think that the trades will be efficient. But, you know, maybe he could, because there are a lot of stalkers here. With that Immortal, it's going to be tough. It's hard to call right now, I think. It's hard to call. But another Zealot is going to be warped in the bottom left, or bottom middle. He's going to try to do some counter-harassing attacks.
Oh, and the Immortal gets focused down, and now things are all of a sudden not looking so good for Sase.
Yeah, Sase, I don't think could have engaged right there. He needs to be so careful, and just all he wants to do is build that Immortal count. I don't know why he's just trying to trade right there, but finally the Zealot is going to trek over to that bottom left-hand corner, and you know what? Frere might actually, he's killing all of his opponent's units. It looks like he's coming out way on top, and Sase is going to fall here. He doesn't have any capacity to actually defend this. That Zealot needs to be a hero right now, else he'll be in a lot of trouble. Sase will be in a lot of trouble, and you know, there it is, GG.
Wow.
And I thought Sase was in a position where he couldn't really lose, and he ends up, you know, I think microblending. The decision making to actually go in there and try to engage with only one Immortal. If he just waited as long as possible, even gone back, I don't care if he loses a natural, just go back. You have the army composition over your opponent. Immortals are able to just absolutely annihilate Blink Stalkers, or I should just say Stalkers. You're in a great position, and you know you're in a probe advantage. There's no reason to actually go and kind of leave your units hanging out there when you only have one Immortal. Think about that. That's so much investment into that one Immortal. It's the 200 minerals and 100 gas that it's actually being committed to that one Immortal. So you're looking at a 450 mineral Immortal with costing 200 gas. That's pretty expensive. Rather, he should have just backed up, waited for the additional Immortal count, and he would have been fine. FireZerg, thoughts? Oh,
yeah. Well, initially, I guess I miscalculated the amount of damage that harassment had done. I felt like it probably wasn't enough for Sase to be able to expand off of. Mm-hmm. It turned out it was enough, and then some. And he did expand. He got the expansion up. At this point, Sase's game to lose. And somehow,
yeah, man.
I guess, yeah,
it's insane.
Control with the Stalkers.
Because, I mean, I can see it right now, but if you would have looked back, there's only like 250 minerals left on that main for Frere. So literally all he had to do was hold off. That's all he had to do, and he would have been fine. Yeah. And versus Blink Stalkers, it can be very difficult to do that, but still I feel like, you know, just dropping back a little bit, also not putting down as many force fields as he did on that ramp. I think he could have just went with 2 instead of going with 3 every single time. He would have been fine. There's no need to permanently cut everything off. 2 accomplishes the same amount as 3, and he could have gone from there. But just little tiny things. I think Sase just blundered over. I shouldn't say little tiny things. There were pretty big things that Sase blundered at that end stage, and I think it obviously costed him the game.
Yeah.
So, any final words on that particular match, or?
Well, absolutely huge props to Rox. All of their players played absolute top quality StarCraft 2, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah,
Frere really stepped it up in this last game, I think, or this last series, and he looked so great. So that's actually going to do it. Rox.Kis is going to take the series by a score of, I guess, 3-2, winning the ace match. Congratulations to them. A very, very hard battle for them. Quantic, of course, is going to add another loss to their record. Very unfortunate, because I think this week, especially, I think they were guaranteed to win, seeing that they had Naniwa in the lineup, they had Sase in the lineup, they had their A team there, but it wasn't enough. Rox.Kis looking so good, and they're going to get their second win in a row. So congratulations to them, and I can't wait to see them in the coming weeks. I want to give a special thanks to my co-caster for today, FireZerg. FireZerg, thank you so much for casting with me, man.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gretorp. It was a pleasure.
It's always a pleasure. And do you have any, shout-outs that you want to give out to any of your, friends, family, Gretorp, whatever it want to be?
No shout-out to Gretorp.
How dare you?
You cheated me out of my esports dollars.
Sir.
You are a common dandy. Anyways, I'd like to have a shout-out to the Vancouver StarCraft community, who have been nothing but great and supportive for me, and it's just an amazing community. Best StarCraft players outside of Korea, in my opinion.
Your betting skills are as good as your webcam. GG no re. All right, so
what's wrong with my webcam?
But
shout out to coaching.com as well. Or I suppose it's not a shout out, but go there.
All right, well,
great.
FireZerg, thank you so much again for casting, and can't wait to have you on the next time around. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today. I do want to talk about some of the things. First, I want to talk about our YouTube account, youtube.com/NAStarLeague. That's where you can find any of the VODs from the NASTL, NASL Season 2, NASL Season 1. Go check it out, 1080p quality, and it's pretty handsome. Also, I want to talk about the giveaway that we currently have. We have a Facebook giveaway, facebook.com/AzoUSA. Go over there and like them, and you can win that beautiful monitor with signatures such as Andre Gretorp Pengshua. Oh my God, I just want to talk about that. That's a beautiful, beautiful signature. But definitely go check it out over at AzoUSA. Again, facebook.com/AzoUSA, twitter.com/AzoUSA. Also want to talk about the NSQ that's actually going on right now, February 9th to March 3rd. It's going to be single elimination bracket, $1,000 prize pool, and 8 qualifier for the NASL Season 3. A lot of stuff going for NASL Season 3, some of which I can share with you right now. A live format. All the matches in the group stages will have money on the line. Last but not least, we have all final expenses paid for. So definitely looking forward to that. A lot of fun in the NASL Season 3, and a lot more announcements soon to come. So definitely keep in touch with us. We're on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/NASLTV, twitter.com/NASLTV. Also check out our website. We are NASL.TV, and you can check me out as well. I'm on Facebook and Twitter, facebook.com/GretorpTV and twitter.com/Gretorp. I want to thank our sponsors, Azo Monitors, the monitor supplier here at the NASL. Also, iBuyPower Computers, beautiful computers over there on the side, so you can see them running the NASL studio. We also want to thank Kingston HyperX Cooler Master, and last but not least, Beyond Gaming. So a big thanks to them and supporting esports. Go check them out, please, on Twitter and Facebook. That's going to be it for me today, though. You can catch me tomorrow, where I'll be casting yet again another NASTL, and also on Sunday, where the Sunday show match will go down with Demaga, and we also have JYP. So 2 huge stars in the scene, and I can't wait for that. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Definitely catch it out, 6 p.m. PST. I'm out. Later, guys.